setting up your site settings, the next thing you'll want to do is set up your design settings. And what's so great about Showit is once you change these, it is going to affect like the rest of your site. Like it's going to automatically pretty much update a lot of your colors. So for this example, I'm actually going to just use a copy of the Santana Showit template, but just know that no matter which template you purchased, it's going to work the exact same way. So what you want to do is come up to where it says design settings and come to site style, and you're going to see all of this right here. So you'll have to know what your brand colors are. So I'm actually going to pull mine up. I'm like so bad, I keep them in Canva. So I'm going to go to Canva and just pull them up so I can access them. Okay, so here's my brand color. So I'm just going to copy and paste my hex codes in. You can either try to keep them like so that they're a similar color as the ones that are here, or just paste them in. I try to do them from like dark to light, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to paste all of them in. I'll usually try to keep like the black and the white in here at least, and then put my like 6 colors in the middle. But of course, if you have like 8 colors, you can obviously use all of them. So this will just like take a second. So this should probably be like over here. Oh gosh, I'm like, okay, so that's not my yellow. Confusing myself. Right, and then purple. Okay, and then just click save. And you'll see it's actually added my colors in. So in some places it might not have done like the best coloring, like obviously we won't want purple on red because that's hard to read, but for the most part it like updated everything pretty well. So next we're going to go back into design settings and we are going to add our fonts. So there's a few different things I want to know about fonts. First, if you're lucky enough to have Google Fonts, you're not going to have to pay anything at all. If you click this button, you can also check out all the Google fonts. So like if you usually use a paid font, but you don't want to buy it, you can usually find a pretty similar one for free with Google Fonts. The nice thing about Google Fonts is they're already built in to Showit. So if you want one of them, where it says font name, you can just kind of scroll and try to find it. So there's like a whole bunch of different ones. Whoa, that is quite the font. I was going to kind of pick one to show an example, but so let's like find one. I know this one's pretty easy to read. So you can just add it in. You can just click add Google font. You can also, from this drop down, if you want like a darker one or a more bold one, you can do that. You can also add like the italic version if you want. And then down here is where you're going to add custom fonts. So if you're like me and you have custom fonts, you are going to have to purchase a web font license. I know Showit kind of has like some information here about how you can generate one for free if you have like the desktop license, but I like to cover my butt and usually recommend all my clients do too by purchasing the specific web font license. So to do that, my two go-tos for purchasing fonts are creativemarket.com and myfonts.com. So those both usually have tons of fonts that you can download and usually always have like the font you're looking for, if that makes sense. So let's just like find like a random font as an example. So let's say I really want this font. So I'm going to click on it. And you'll see over here, there's all these different license types. What you're gonna want is the web font license. And from here, you'll see there's usually a little drop down. So just pick whichever one you need based on how much traffic you normally get to your site. Usually all my clients are fine with like the $10,000 one. Oh gosh, 10,000 page view one, not the $10,000 one. That would be a lot. So just that one, you're gonna add it to your cart and then you're gonna purchase it. So it should download as a .woff or a .woff2 file. And what you're going to want to do is come in to Showit, click on your media library. I'll usually create a new folder called fonts. So you'll see I already have one, and then you're just going to drag that file into here. And then once it's loaded up in here, you're going to come to design settings, and from library WOOF, you're going to be able to click it now from your drop down. So like my font that I use right now, you'll see I have tons of fonts in here, it's so bad. I use Platform, so you just click it from the drop down, you're going to name it, and you can just click Add Custom Font, and then click Save. So you'll want to do that for as many like custom fonts as you need. Next, we're going to come over to the Site Style tab, and we're going to change up the type styles. So I usually keep the heading and title the exact same, so I'm going to pick Platform for both of these. Whoops. Another thing to notice or to note is that for both of these, you're going to have to set them. So you're going to have to set it for both mobile and desktop, which can take a second, but trust me, it's going to like make customizing the site so much easier. All right, so we set those. So now let's say we want to use Cabin, that Google font we added for these. So let's do Cabin Bold, Cabin Bold, and then let's do Cabin Normal and Cabin Normal. You'll see that it kind of set them as purple, and just to know that if you did get a blog add-on, this is like the information it's going to pull for when it like makes your blog posts. So obviously we don't want them to be purple. So I'm just going to actually change these to be black. I might keep the heading as purple though, and maybe change the subheading to like another one of my colors. So let's do blue. Okay, awesome. You can also like play further if you want, like if you want to change the size of anything, the line height, spacing, the letters case. So maybe you're like, actually, I want it all lowercase. You can do that here. And then you're just going to click Save, and boom, it updated everything for us. So now all you have to do is literally go through, swap out your images, swap out all of your copy, and you're good to go, which we'll go over in another video. So the next thing we're going to do is actually set your domain settings. So be sure to watch the next video to learn how to do that.